Hello, I am Joy Obaisiagbon and welcome to Freedom Voices. As you know, on this special program, Freedom Voices, the big question is democracy becoming a thing of the past? Or was there a time in history that Nigeria experienced absolute democracy? Well, let's dive into history and then I leave you to your comparisons. On today's episode, we will be looking at the annulment of the famous June 12, 1993 presidential election. As part of transition program to civilian rule in Nigeria, the federal military government under President Ibrahim Babangida in 1992 constitutionalized a two-party system. The Social Democratic Party (SDP) and the National Republican Convention (NRC). There was a Nigerian business magnate, a politician, an honorary supreme military commander of the Oyo Empire, and an aristocrat of the Egba clan. Chief Moshood Kashimawo Olawale Abiola, also known as MKO Abiola. MKO won the presidential ticket to contest for the June 12, 1993 election under the Social Democratic Party (SDP). After losing his first attempt in 1983, he won the presidential ticket to contest with a whopping 375 votes at the wards. 383 out of 386 at the local government level, and at the state convention, he won with 1,112 out of 1,146 votes. Ahead of the June 12 election, on the night of 25th March 1993, before the National Convention in Jos, MKO met with high-level members of his party in Kaduna, briefing them on the importance of making history and uniting Nigeria. He was not going to take chances, as his opponent was also a civilian aspirant, Alhaji Bashir Othmatofa of the National Republican Convention (NRC).
Everybody has got a role to play in history. One either fulfills one's role or betrays it. We've been told by the leader that our role tomorrow is to cement the bridge that will unite this country in future prosperity and concord and harmony. Those in support of that call should raise their two hands.
After months of campaigns, it was finally the 12th of June 1993, the first presidential election since the 1983 military coup ended the Second Republic. June 12, 1993 election, described as the most freest and fairest election in the history of Nigeria. On that day, Nigerians came out in their numbers to vote for a change that promises to be the beginning of a civilian federal democracy. It was an electrifying moment and a dream come true for many. After the election, Alhaji Bashir Tofa scored a total of 5,952,084 votes, while MKO scored a total of 8,341,309 votes. Winning majority of Nigerian states, including Kano State, the hometown of his opponent Bashir Tofa. At this time, it was obvious that MKO won the June 12, 1993 election. However, on Wednesday, June 23, 1993, before the announcement of the election results, General Babangida declared the election null and void due to alleged irregularities, a move that sparked widespread protests and civil unrest across Nigeria, as many believed that their vote has been disregarded.
It is true that the presidential election was generally seen to be free, fair, and peaceful. However, there was in fact a huge array of electoral practices virtually in all the states of the Federation before the actual voting began.
It is the people's voice that will be heard and will be heard and will be heard again.
The protest resulted to a political crisis that majorly affected Babangida's rule, until he stepped aside and handed over to an hurriedly arranged interim government headed by Ernest Shonekan on 26 August 1993, which was toppled by General Sani Abacha in less than 3 months. With the massive support MKO received from ethnic and religious groups across the country, Nigerians gave him the mandate to rule as the legitimate president. And on the anniversary of the election in 1994, MKO declared himself as the legitimate president of Nigeria at the famous Ekpetedo Declaration, a move that gave him away for treason.
It is incredible. In view of all this, I find the conclusion unfortunate but inescapable that the federal military government is guilty of bad faith, pure and simple. No one has accused me of any offense against any known electoral law or regulation. The people of this country went to polls on Saturday, June 12, 1993, and without let or hindrance chose me as their president. Didn't they?
On June 22, 1994, MKO Abiola was arrested by the Nigerian police in his home in Ikeja and detained in prison. His release seemed imminent following the death of General Abacha in June 1998. Abiola later died before his release under mysterious circumstances arousing suspicions of foul play, although a heart attack was officially declared to be the cause of his death.
My
Nigeria has since observed June 12 as a day on which to commemorate Abiola as well as to remember the election that was held on that day in 1993 and its significance as a symbol of democracy. Suffice it to say that Alhaji Bashir Uthman Tofa, until his death, rejected the declaration of June 12 as Democracy Day. And that is the size of today's package on Freedom Voices. I am Joy Obaisiagbon. Until we meet again next week, same time, same channel. Bye for now.